A Past Forgiven. Written by Lorana Hoops. Narrated by Lorana Hoops. Audio copyright 2019. Chapter 1. Jess Peterson stepped off the bus onto the campus of Texas Tech and took a deep breath. Though not her first choice of colleges, she'd wanted to get farther away. At least it removed her from the clutches of her handsy stepfather. In fact, if she never saw Paducah, Texas and its one stoplight again, she would be fine with that. She slung her black backpack over her shoulder and crossed the quad to Knapp Hall. A folded map resided in the back pocket of her cut-off denim shorts. However, Jess possessed a photographic memory and had memorized most of the buildings, on the east side of campus at least. Knapp Hall was a large, though nondescript brick building of 3 floors, built in 1948. Jess registered the cracks in the cement steps as she pulled open the front door. They weren't surprising, as old as the building was, but she hoped the interior had been updated more recently. It was not to be. The dorm had been improved since 1948, but it still looked to be about 10 years behind the times in terms of decorating. Variations of browns and greens were the main colors, interspersed with a few streaks of gray. After stopping at the information desk on the first floor just long enough to get the keys, Jess took the stairs at the end of the hall 2 at a time to the 3rd floor, 316. The closed door elicited a glimmer of hope that they'd gotten her the single she'd requested. She did not want a roommate. As the door swung open, Jess swore softly under her breath. A blonde girl stood beside the left bed, unpacking the suitcase in front of her. She looked up when Jess entered and smiled. Jess did not return the smile as she asked, "Who are you?" The girl dropped the item of clothing she had been holding and stepped forward, extending her hand. "I'm Emily. I guess you're my new roommate." Rolling her eyes, Jess pushed past the girl, ignoring the hand. "Crap. I told them I needed a single." "Well, they ran out," Emily stated, appearing unperturbed by the rude behavior. "See, I'm a sophomore, but I offered to room with an incoming freshman if it was necessary. Since you're here," she shrugged, "I guess it was necessary." Jess tossed her backpack on the right bed and glared at the blonde. "Well, I'll be telling them to look again. I don't do roommates." Her hand plunged into the backpack, rifling through the contents until she found the item she was looking for. The paperwork, with the RA's name on it. Ah, there it was. Clasping it in her hand, she glared at Emily again, and then abruptly left the room.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?